And welcome to the Denver Sports Betting Show, UFC edition. As always, I got my fight squad, Taylor, Ryan, and this week's special guest, Dante Schiro. And this week's segment is brought to you by CD's Wings. Go out and get their flavor of the month. This month, it is spicy Alabama barbecue. The wings are going to be going fast. It's 4th of July weekend. Everybody's going to be going to get them, so get yours. Boys, thanks for being here.
No problem, man.
But a special thank you to Dante.
Yeah, no problem. Pleasure.
for making it in, because you just got out of a fight, right?
Yeah, Sunday.
Sunday.
A couple days ago.
The face looking good, bro.
Yeah, not bad. A couple bruises, whatever, but not bad. Yeah.
Yeah, so you just beat Ray Copper, a former PFL champ. Talk to me about the fight. How'd it go?
Great. It went as good as it could, honestly. Heavy hitter. He's knocked out. Every one of his wins, he's probably knocked out like 75, 80% of them. So it was a scary one, but got the job done.
Nice. So what was your strategy going into such a tough opponent?
Biggest thing was to get it to the ground, finish him there. I had a lot of confidence that I was better on the ground. Probably more skilled on the feet, but he's got the equalizer. Like, you know, he touches your chin and you're potentially going out. And I got hit with a couple heavy ones. But yeah, game plan was to get to the ground and get the finish.
Okay. So you end up getting the finish.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, late in the third round.
Nice. What'd you get?
TKO. So I was basically had him face down and pounding. Yeah. So
nice.
It was good.
So strategy worked.
Yes.
That's a good thing. Is there ever a time, was there ever a time in this particular fight where you're like, oh my gosh, you know, maybe I'm in over my head? Or did you pretty much feel you were riding out the whole time?
In over my head, no, but
did you get stunned at all?
No. I never got dropped. I was on my feet. I did get hit, like I said, I got hit with a couple good ones, but never in a position where I thought like, oh crap, I might get like really hurt here or finished. I actually was pretty much in control of the fight the whole time. But what was your question again? Sorry.
No, just basically that. I mean, was there that roller coaster ride that sometimes you see in the fights, or you know, you're pretty much sounds like you were just on the...
I mean, there's a few moments on the feet where, you know, like I'm on the cage, I got my hands up, and he's swinging like crazy, and it's like, all right, grab a leg, get it to the ground, and then let's go.
Okay, so I mean, great victory. That's how we like him to go.
Yeah.
You know, pretty much ran it the whole way. So what's next for you?
Hopefully the UFC call. I mean, I have fought in every other major promotion that there is in the world, except for the UFC, and that's the place to be. That's the top of the line, and I've already beaten 2 UFC vets and finished them, and I just beat another 2-time world champ that was in another major promotion and finished him. So I've pretty much beat everybody that there is to beat outside of the UFC. So, I mean, it only makes sense for me to be in there now and actually compete with the top guys with the big name.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you heard it here first, Dana White. Give me a call. I'll get you in touch. You can call him directly.
There we go.
But either way, we'll get it done.
All right.
So, you know, beating a former PFL champion, that is a major accomplishment. But there was something else that kind of stole the limelight from that, other than your amazing win.
Yeah.
And it was Sean Strickland being a little bit nutty. Can we play the video?
Him nutty? Oh, come on.
So this was before you fought, right?
Yeah, this was 2 fights before me.
So where are you at when this is going on, in the back?
I'm warming up with a teammate.
I love how Sean Strickland walks up like a guy who like walked across his lawn, like an old man.
The best part was kicking the flip-flops off, right? Yeah.
Beautiful to see that the DX crotch chop is still alive and well, you know?
It lives.
Yeah.
It lives.
Yeah.
And like I said, old man Strickland like comes storming up like, get off my lawn.
Yeah.
So you were in the back, you were getting ready for your upcoming victory.
Yeah.
What went down? Was there all kinds of crazy chatter about it?
Yeah, probably up until my fight, that was the talk of the backstage. I was locked in. I thought it was crazy. So for like a split second, I was like, oh crap, let's go see. And then I was like, nah, I gotta stay locked in. So I forgot about it for a little bit, but everybody around was chit chatting about it. And when the dude who fought, I think his name's Luis, but he came back and he was all like giddy or whatever. But it was all games for him. He was just playing around and he was like, no, I like those guys. I don't know what they were so upset about, but Yeah.
So, I mean, that's why I love doing this show, because I love the sport of mixed martial arts, but you fighters are just always crazy. So much fun stuff to talk about. So I absolutely love it. How'd you get involved with mixed martial arts?
So I started wrestling in high school, you know, a little bit in college, and then like MMA started getting really hot around that time, and I thought it was a cool thing to do. There was another dude who went to the same college I did, and like he came up in the Ultimate Fighter, and that was kind of like an inspiration for me. I was kind of like, all right, let's do it. Like, you know, he did it, I could do it. I dropped out of college, went to the closest gym to my house back home, and like it just took off from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
When did you kind of realize, like, I could do this?
Instantly. I mean,
okay.
Not in like a cocky way, but like
No,
that's what I wanted
sure.
to do. Like I made
Yeah.
that decision, like I'm dropping out of college and like this is what I'm pursuing. So yeah, it's been a long, wild ride, but like, yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
and stacking them victories too.
Yeah.
So what's your preference? Sounds like you're a wrestler. Do you like knocking people out, or do you like submitting them? Or a TKO?
You know, so everybody's different. For me, like a knockout's dope. Like that's mostly what people want to see. You know, they want to see somebody go unconscious, stiff on the ground. But like, there's something different competitive wise about like putting another man on the ground against his will and like making him quit. I feel like that goes a lot further than like knocking somebody. Anybody can get knocked out.
Yeah.
Most people can knock somebody out. You know, there is skill involved in it, but like there's still also a lot of luck. I feel like there's a lot more skill and like intentionality in like submitting somebody, like making them go, you know, I quit. Like that's like the ultimate like
And that's why
Gotcha.
grappling
You
will
know what I mean?
always
Like-
be king.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
anybody that likes striking, y'all can shut up. That's why grappling will always be king.
yeah, I agree.
Like Craig's so awesome, right?
Exactly. Craig Jones, man. Shout out B Team Street X. If y'all want to sponsor your boy, hit me up.
And it's, in my opinion, it is the most exciting because, like you said, you can see somebody get the lights shut out, but there's always that, like, what if they come back? Most of the time they don't. But, you know, have you ever been in that situation, like, where you really had to come back kind of from like a dark place?
Honestly, I've been pretty like blessed in my career. I've never been knocked out. I have only been finished once. And that was it went viral a long time ago, but it was like a crazy weird submission. Like I was out for like 30 seconds, like in the submission, the ref didn't know I was out. Like, I was sitting there and then he let go and I was like unconscious, but like whatever. I was beating that dude's ass that fight. Like I was winning, lost, end of story. But, yes, I've never been knocked out. I've never really been beaten up too bad either in my fights. Honestly, like all of my losses have been very close. Like they've either been split decisions or like very close losses. So yeah, honestly, I haven't been there yet in like a fight, which is good. I don't have too many hard miles on me.
No, that's
Yeah.
good. Uncle Dana got another great fighter here,
Yeah.
putting people out and only a couple blemishes.
Yeah.
What have you learned from some of those losses that's kind of elevated your own game?
Confidence, mostly. I think a few of my losses too have been probably like not the best business or career wise like decisions. But I've always kind of been one of those guys that's like I train all year round. I stay ready. So like I like to take the big risk fights and like fighting the big names and like I mean I fought on like 9 days notice before 3 weeks whatever like against top 10 in the world. So I don't know. I love that like that challenge of it. So yeah, I mean I'm always ready. Yeah.
Speaking of training and being ready, you train here in Colorado now. What brought you out here?
Training.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Where do you train at?
Mostly pound for pound, and then high altitude martial arts is another gym I train at. But most of my training is over at pound for pound.
An amazing gym here in Colorado.
Oh yeah. Best training you can get right there. Yeah.
Who's your game modeled after? Like, what UFC fighter would you say?
Modeled after? I don't really know. I don't really try too much. I mean, like I grew up watching guys like Uriah Faber, Carlos Condit, George St. Pierre, like Anderson Silva, like that class of fighters. But I don't know, just me. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Like I you know, you dabble in like all kinds of different guys' styles and stuff, but I feel like I got like my own, you know, I got my own style. You know?
I was watching your finish from Sunday, and the way you were pounding it out at the end looked like Josh Koscheck is what it reminded me of.
Okay,
Like,
yeah,
that style,
That's
bullying
good.
him to
I'll
the
take that.
cage and doing that.
Yeah,
Kind of looks like Josh Koscheck.
I know. That really lines up.
No, I mean that in the best way too, because he's an absolute legend. But with that being said, I want to make sure that everybody knows you, because you're going to be on the come up. You're going to be doing great things. So we really appreciate your time here. But don't go anywhere, because we have another segment coming up recapping UFC 317 and all the news regarding the UFC for this week.